her wet cat food. I gave her some wet cat food. I gave it to her before I left the first time. I had scrambled eggs with mushrooms, because I had mushrooms in there that I had just bought. It's like, probably ended up throwing them out when you don't eat, so I made most of them. And I ate those at like pretty early in the morning. So I won't have to eat my egg sandwiches today, because I already had eggs. I'll eat the eggs tomorrow. Those eggs will be okay for a few days. And I took the herbs, and then I've got herbs that I made up yesterday. They're here in the car. And if I do need a motel, I should be able to get one. For some reason, if I have to get a motel, we're in the time of year when it's not quite as busy. I should be able to get a campsite if I need one, if I need to buy one. I'm just going to spend the night at Walmart tonight. I'm going to see how far I can get. Not really going to be that much freeway driving. I think this is going to be the there's going to be a little bit of freeway driving down by Interstate 80, and then here, and that's pretty much it. I mean, some of the U.S. highways have sections of freeway, 4 lanes and stuff. It's mixed. Some of it might have crossroads. Some of it has interchanges. Some of it's 2 lanes. But I think that probably at least 80% of it is 4 lanes in some form. 75-80% of it's 4 lanes, maybe more even. Looked like a lot of it was 4 lanes, so it shouldn't be too hard of a drive. Here in Wisconsin, it's 2 lanes though, so this first part of the trip is going to be 2 lanes. I'm doing this to get the dash cam too though. It's going to be a scenic drive. I chose a scenic route, not the quickest route, but a scenic route. I guess pretty much most of the drive will be hilly. I mean, we're going to go through the driftless, and that's hilly. And then you go into Missouri, Iowa. Iowa might be a little more flat, and then Missouri's kind of hilly too, and so is Arkansas. Iowa might be a little flat, but it's not going to be flat as a pancake. But I think it might be a little more flat. The area in Arkansas is they have that dotted thing, scenic route, on the map for most of the route. It's probably hilly. It'll be a nice thing to watch later. But as far as news, Ukraine's attacking Russia with drones, and they even attacked a nuclear facility in Russia, in Greater Russia, not in Ukraine, not in the Donbass. This was in Russia. They attacked a nuke, but they do that. They don't have any. It's kind of showing who's running. It's kind of scary to know that we would push the button, not Russia, and we're provoking them. Let's just hope that there's nobody in Russia that would have a chip on their shoulder and do something crazy. But the people on our side are worse than the ones on the Russian side. They're just evil. They're losing, I think, is what it is. And so they're going to, I mean, some people might say there's a risk of nuclear war because the West is losing this war and they might escalate it. I hope they see that it's not going to do them any good. They're going to poison all the ground over there. They already have to some extent. It's rotten what they're doing. I mean, the people in our government are just as bad as what we claim the other side has. They're worse. Because we think they're good. They're not. They're rotten. So I'll be sleeping in the car tonight. I wonder if I forgot anything. I always forget something on my trips. Hopefully it's minor. Or something I can just buy. Yeah, he's got a normal portion of Bitcoin. He's probably got 10 grand or something of it. I mean, they told him to buy it. He's got a brokerage account, and I guess they advise him, and they says buy this, this, and this, and they says have a little bit of Bitcoin too. So he's got some Bitcoin. It's probably fun to watch, and he's got the same thing I have. He's got Beto. But he's probably got only a couple hundred shares, or something like that. And then he'll hold that long term. He won't sell that. Probably won't even sell it at the top. I don't know. I mean, he might not be able to, if he's working. I don't know how often he checks it. I mean, it would still be good for him to sell at the top. He'll make some serious money. I mean, if he bought $5,000 or $10,000 worth, and it triples, you'll have $30,000. He'll buy himself a new car. Sounds like he's had it for a while. But they told him, he says, you should get some of this. So they're telling people to buy Bitcoin. That's why it's going up. They're telling people to buy Bitcoin. I'm a little surprised that they're telling people to buy that. I mean, they're not telling him to buy a whole bunch of it. He's just got a normal portion of it. I told him, I said, I got a whole bunch of it. I didn't tell him how much, but I mean, for a really rich person, I might not have that much, but for an average person, I've got a lot. I've got a lot of Bitcoin.